Good evening and welcome. Welcome to tonight's session. This is your friend, Daniel Kwame Podi, speaker, trainer, and coach, certified member of the John Maxwell Team International. Tonight, we welcome you in a very special way, especially those who are joining us for the first time. Thank you very much for joining and for being part of our sessions. The paradigm shift is an important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something, thinking about something or doing something, is replaced by a new and different way of thinking and looking at those things. That is what a paradigm shift is. So a paradigm, we are looking at it as a way of looking at things, a way of thinking about issues, and then a shift is therefore the change. You shift from one way of looking at things to another. That is what we call a paradigm shift. That is what we call a paradigm shift. And that is what we are looking at tonight. So if we apply that, this is science, if we apply this scientific theory that Thomas Kuhn came out with. As we speak now, if you check on Google, you just Google paradigm shift, you'll be amazed. Within 56 seconds, you will have more than 100 million entries or results on paradigm shift. You can't imagine how much research or how much is written on paradigm shift. It's one of those concepts that really shook the world, and the business world and other places just took hold of this scientific concept and ran with it. And here we are discussing it within the HiCard community. So we want to apply that to our lives. We want to apply that to our situation, especially in the context of preparing ourselves for 2021 and positioning ourselves very well to take advantage of the year that is ahead. So applying it, we are talking about the fact that there are certain patterns that produce certain habits or produce certain results in our lives. So a paradigm is a collection of those thought patterns, those ways of thinking that produce certain habits. And because of those habits, we get some results in our lives. So it's a pattern of thoughts, a pattern of reasoning, a pattern of thinking, a pattern of going about the things we go about in a particular way, in a certain way. So we all have paradigms in our lives, all of us. As individuals, as human beings, we all have paradigms in our lives, and those paradigms, most of them are inherited in the early years of our lives. In the home where we grew up, in the family where we grew up, the school that we went to, the teachers in our class, and those who taught us, and the society or culture where we grew up in, they form these paradigms in our lives. I was shocked when I first stumbled on this idea that by age 7, the many paradigms that you need for your life are probably formed. By age 7. Most of those things are formed. Your outlook on life by age 7, science has proven by age 7, a lot of those things are set. So you carry those mindsets and those paradigms and ways of thinking and looking at life and your worldview of things around you. You carry that with you for the rest of your life. You carry that with you for the rest of your life. And tonight we are talking about paradigms. And these paradigms, some way, somehow, they dictate how we think, how we reason about life in general, about relationships, about money, about our profession, our career, our health, those things that we form. All right. Some time ago, I was sharing my own story, how I landed in the training college and college of education, as we call that now. Those are paradigms that are formed, and whether you are aware of it or not, whether you are conscious of it or not, you lead your life by those things. Many times the things and how you respond to situations are determined by the paradigms and the mindsets that you and I have. So the paradigms themselves are not to say good or bad. We cannot categorize them as good or bad. But the point you want to look at is that they are either serving you and ensuring that they are helping you to grow these paradigms, or they are not serving you well, and therefore they are keeping you stuck where you are. Because they can serve as the blocks and challenges within your subconscious that really affects your move, your forward movement, whether you are stuck at one place or you move one step and two steps backward, or you move two steps forward and one step backward. These paradigms, these frameworks, and these patterns of thoughts that we have, they most of the time dictate how things happen in our life. That is why they determine the results that we achieve. That is why they determine the kinds of conclusions and outcomes that we are able to see in our lives. So tonight, it's like we wanting to tell ourselves that, look, this is what happens at the level of our mind, at the level of our thought processes. And if you catch this, then it means that if I want to change the results I see, if I want to change the outcomes that I see in my life, all I need to do is to check my thought patterns. All I need to do is to check the paradigms that I'm operating by all this while, and whether those paradigms are serving me or they are not serving me. So you just check your results and determine whether these are the results that you want to see in your life. The kind of dreams that you have, all right, what you are expecting yourself to achieve and become and have, whether you are achieving those things, okay, you check the results that you see in your life, and they will give you an indication of the paradigms that you have, whether those paradigms are serving you toward your dream or they are not serving you toward your dream. We are preparing ourselves for 2021. And we are beginning with this paradigm shift because there are paradigms that really guide our lives. Okay, so if you have a dream for your life and it's not happening for you, if you have a vision for your life and you are not seeing it, this is what I bring to you. That is the great news, and the good news that I bring to you tonight is this: that look, if you can change your paradigms, if you can change your thought patterns, if you can change the way, the frameworks that you use to analyze the world and the way that you look at the world, you see, it can change what happens to you. And then you can manifest the dream that you want to manifest. One of the funny quotes that I've heard is that, look, if you want to fight heavyweight, you do not do lightweight exercises. If you want to fight heavyweight, you do heavyweight exercises. If you want to fight heavy, you don't do lightweight exercises. And that is why Albert Einstein says that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That is madness of the highest order. You are doing the same thing and you're expecting the results in your life will change. No, it doesn't happen so. If you want to change the results that you are seeing, then you need to change the way that you are doing things, those habits. And I'm saying tonight that those habits are formed by the paradigm, the thought patterns that you and I have. So this whole thing, this whole paradigm shift and that which we are calling the paradigm shift is really a matter of awareness. It's a matter of awareness. It's something that requires a shift in our perspective, and in our perspective by how we look at things, the things that we look at. If we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at will change. I've heard the professor or Dr. Ewa of Access University make that statement. If we change the way we look at things, the things we look at will change. Just a shift in how you are looking, the perspective, where you are looking at it from, you will see that things begin to change right before your eyes. And this is what we do in HiCard community. This is what we believe in. This is why we come your way every Saturday with these teachings. Because in this environment, as we discuss those things, certain things will hit you, certain things will challenge your thinking, certain things will challenge the assumptions that you have guided your life by all this while. And if you allow yourself these discussions that we have, you will see that your awareness, the level of your awareness will change. And as the level of your awareness changes, you can begin to see a difference in your own life. You can see a difference in your own life. That is what we are doing this month. The month of December, we are preparing for 2021. So a typical example, look at this story of the prodigal son. This prodigal son finds himself at a place, and it says that when he came to his senses, awareness, when he changed his perspectives of how he looked at things, he saw that this is not where I should be. So far as my dreams and visions are concerned, this is not where I should be. I deserve better. I deserve more than that. It only comes by that realization, by shifting the perspectives that you have. And it's the paradigms, okay? Some paradigms served him to the point of bringing him to that state. And he re-evaluated his situation and came to his senses and said that, no, this is not where I should be in comparison with those who are servants in my father's house. I'm a servant in another man's house, but my situation is worse off than the servants in my father's house. It's perspective. A shift in perspective. It's a shift in paradigm. All right. And the moment you get that shift in your perspective, you will see that you will need a different game plan. Your life will not be the same. All right. There will be a shift in the way that you carry your life about. Just the way that you go about he says that I will go back. I will go back. You take certain decisions. You have certain resolutions for the year. You will put something down that is supposed to guide my life, because I want to achieve this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 results in my life in 2021. Because you want to see different results. Because you want to see different outcomes, you would want to do something that is different moving forward, so that you will see the kind of results that you want to see. Someone, maybe you're listening to me tonight, or you're just listening to this teaching, and you're asking yourself, the paradigms that I have for my life, are they serving me? The paradigms that you have for your life, are they serving you? Will you dare to change it? Will you dare to say that this is not where I should be? This is not where I should be by this time of my life, with my level of exposure, with my level of experience, with my level of education and all the things that I'm exposed to. This is not where I should be. I deserve better. Will you dare? Will you dare to say that 2021 will be a turnaround year for me?